Hello Crafty friends, it's Courtney Brickner with the Crafty Brick. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you stopped by today. I have something really cool to show you. I'm sure you've heard about the new updated software, the Pro version of Leonardo Design Studio. Well, I've been using it for the last maybe month and a half, and I have created 10 things that I really love about the new features. So it was really hard to narrow it down, but I've come up with 10 things that I think you'll really like. And now with the Pro version, you can export files like SVG and PNG files, and your files belong to you. So it's kind of nice to be able to have control over the things that you create in the software, and you can share them with whoever you want. And it's also really nice because you can use the Pro software for free until August 31st, 2023, and you can check it out. You do not have to have a Juliet or Romeo machine in order to use the software, so you can check it out, see if you like it. You can export your files and then use them with whatever cutting machine you want. But I do think that if you got a Romeo or a Juliet, you would be very happy with it. So without further ado, let's jump into the computer and I can show you my 10 favorite things. All right, I had a little bit of trouble trying to narrow down my list to only 10 things, but I think I've done it. So let me show you what are some of the features that I really like about the Pro. So if we go down here to draw shapes, the square, circle, heart, and star are available in the basic version. But in the Pro version, you now have the custom polygon, the rounded rectangle, and the custom star. So if I click on the custom polygon, sorry, I was using this before. It typically opens up as a triangle with 3 sides, but you can actually change the number of sides that it has and make your custom shape. So we've got that custom shape. And then you can also do the rounded rectangle, and you can have it have 0 radius on the corners, which makes it just a basic square, but you can also round the corners, and then you click apply, and then that will show up on your canvas as well. And then we've also got the custom star. So let's see, I was using this one before too. It opens up with 5 points typically as a default, but you can change the number of points and add more. I think this one's kind of fun because it reminds me of like the comic books, you know, with like the crash, boom, pow. So that'd be kind of fun because you could do like an offset and make like red and white and blue or something, you know, just kind of those bright colors with the comic books. So you can do that with these custom stars. So now the next 4 things I want to show you. So we've got the custom shapes for 1, and then we've also got the eraser tools down here. So these are my next 4 favorite things. So we've got the eraser tool, the knife tool, the whole eraser, and the slice brush. So first I'm going to show you the eraser tool. I'm going to click on here. It opens up as a default circle, but you can come up here and you can click so you can have a square, and I'll show you the line. So let's see, we've got the circle here. I am going to do that, and you'll see that it actually didn't do anything right there. Let me show you why. So we're going to go over here to the properties menu. We've got color picker and we've got layers. So I'm going to click on the layers, and right now it's highlighted on the custom star. So if I use the eraser tool on the star, it will work because that is the selected shape that I'm working with. If I go to the rounded rectangle and click on the eraser tool, then it will work on the rectangle. So you just need to make sure that you are on the selected shape that you would like to be working with. So let's click on actually our polygon, and let me show you if we did the eraser tool with the square, what that looks like. So it just makes it so it's, you know, it's not rounded like here it was on the circle option. And then you can also have the line option. So when you are drawing your line, it's always going to be a straight line wherever you decide to do the erasing. So we'll move it right here, let go of our button, and then it erases right there, and that's in a straight line. Because you could see before, this one was not in a straight line, the one that I did before. And then let's add another shape here. We're gonna do, what did I do? Oh, I didn't click a shape. I didn't choose one. Okay, so now we've got our square. I would like to show you the knife tool. So let's click on the knife tool. Oops. Oh my goodness. I didn't click the knife tool. That was the problem. Okay, so come down here, click the knife tool, and you can see those crosshairs right there. I'm going to slice it across, and then you'll see this little, when you hover over it, you'll see the green line, and that shows you that that is your spot where the slice took place, where you cut. So now you've got two sections right there with the knife tool. Then let's add a little circle, and I want to change the color because we're not going to be able to see this. Let's go over here to color picker and just spin the dial around, and we will choose this yellow. So let's bring the yellow right up on this little rectangle shape here. And I want to show you something really cool. So I'm going to go down here to these squares right here, the open square and the closed square, filled in square. We're going to go right here to, let's see, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that weld. I'm not trying to weld it. What I would like to do is the punch out feature. So we removed the front piece of this design right here. So we punched a hole where that circle was, and it's made it one piece right here. Now the other thing with the eraser tools, we can go over here to hole eraser. Now since we put a hole right here in this rectangle, maybe if we didn't want that there, we could go to the hole eraser and fill it back in. And so cool, so easy. Let's undo that. We could also do the straight line, just like with the other eraser tools. Let's see, we've got our hole eraser. Okay, so we've got a square and we've got the straight line. So let's come straight across, and we can put the hole right through it. Make like a no sign. So it just makes it easy with the hole eraser. Now, with the hole eraser, you must have sides on, on all the sides. So like the hole eraser wouldn't work right here. Let's try and do that, because that's not a hole. There's no edge over here to fill it in. It's not a hole. It's just a sliced line through a shape. It wouldn't work here either because there is no line. But if we were to do a little heart right here, oops. Let's bring this up here. I'm going to bring it up on top of right there, but I'm going to also change the color so that we can see it. Okay, so now I'm going to select both of them and do our remove front. Now if we do the hole eraser for this section, it will work because it's filled in all the way. There's an edge all the way around, so it is an actual hole that we're filling in, but it doesn't work on this part. Okay, so that is the function of the whole eraser. Oops. Let's go. You press the little arrow down here, the select, and then it takes you out of the whatever function you're working with. So if you're working with whole eraser or any of the erasers, you press the select button and it takes you back to your default setting, and then you can click on different elements on your canvas. The last one is our slice brush. So we click on the slice brush. Let's make sure in our layers we would like to be on this square right here. Now we'll click the slice brush. We're in the square and the line. So all of these eraser tools have the option to have a circle or a square that you're working with, and you can do the straight line, or you can have it do whatever you would like. So if we don't have the straight line, like I can, oops, we're in the slice brush eraser, then I can kind of curve it around like that. But if we've got the straight line, it's going to go in a straight line the whole time, and you don't have that option of changing the direction. So let's undo that. I want to go into the slice brush. Now I'm going to just move that across. Now select the select tool, and oh, I've got the whole thing. Oh, because I actually sliced it before. When I was doing the demo before, I forgot that I was in the slice brush and I was trying to do eraser. So when you have the slice brush, it keeps both elements. So it's got this top layer and this other layer here. So I'm going to do another rectangle just so you can see exactly what I was trying to show you, but I was accidentally in the eraser brush. Okay, so we've got right here. Let's do slice brush. We're going to have our straight line. I'm going to start at the top right here, and it's straight through there. Now we'll select the select tool, and you'll see you've got both pieces still intact. So if you're using the eraser brush, it removes that component completely. Like when we did the eraser brush through here, it removed that part of our shape. But if you do the slice brush, it keeps both elements of your shape. So I've got this middle rectangle that I sliced out, and I've also got the main element of it. So that's the difference between those four tools. I am going to actually delete all of these. And next, I want to show you something else that's really cool down here with the text tool. Text on arc. I'm telling you, you have not seen this before. This feature is so cool and easy. It allows you to just write on your circle, and then you can change the radius of it, so make it wider or make it a little bit thinner. You can change the angle of it, where it's starting. You can push it like towards the inside of your circle or on the outside of your circle. You can make it go above. You could also make it go below. If you had words that took up more space, then it would start to go below automatically. And this is so cool. Then you can go in here to your font style. You can just change the fonts that easily. It makes it so simple to do text with an arch in it. I just love this feature. And then you click apply, and then there you've got your arched words. The other thing you can also do is let me do a little heart here. This is another feature that I just think is amazing. Let's see. So we've got our heart here, and then let me make this a little bit bigger. You do text to path. I've never seen this. So this, actually, let me delete those words there. This is something that, that you can write on any shape! Exclamation point. Then you can, make it go a little bit further away from your shape. You can change the starting position. You guys, this is like a game changer with writing out, designing things that just make it so easy to write on a shape, write on a circle. So those are definitely really cool features that I like. So wanted to show you those for sure. Then let's see, I'm going to move these up here. Actually, I'm just going to delete those. Just going to delete them because we're going to work with some other things. Now, let's see, we'll go with the square here. And we've got warp tools down here. I'm not going into all of the features with the warp tools. There are a lot: the flag warp, the mesh warp, globe warp, tube warp, circle, and the 3D warp. The one I want to show you that I just don't have time to go into all the features today, but one that I really like the most is this cone warp tool. Look at this. Let me actually put something in here so we can have something to see. We'll put my name in here, apply, and then I'll just put a few hearts around. So you can see actually how the cone warp tool works. Just put a few hearts around my name. Okay. I think that would be good to show you. So we click the cone warp tool. Oh, and here's the other thing. So the reason that you're seeing just a heart right here is because I only have this one heart highlighted. So let me actually go back because I made that really big. So I've got this one heart highlighted. I need to not click on anything so that everything is highlighted. You can highlight the whole thing, then click the cone warp, and then it shows up on my tumbler. The cool feature about this is you put in all of the measurements for the actual tumbler that you're using. So say you've got a tumbler that's 4 inches at the top, 2 inches at the bottom, and it is 4 inches tall. So you've got your tumbler, that's the actual size of your tumbler right there. And you click full size, because I actually want this to take up more space on there. Click full size, and look, you can have a 3D version of what your tumbler actually looks like. And you can also have the 2D unwrapped version. So this is how it's going to print out, and when you cut it, it actually fits your tumbler perfectly. So you click apply, and then that's how it will look. I just think that is very, very cool. And the last feature that I want to show you is the tile array. It's just so hard, guys, to narrow everything down. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to come over here to our design library. And I'm going to put, actually I already see a butterfly, so I'm going to click on butterfly. So let's add that to our canvas. So say you want to print out some butterfly stickers. This is very cool for all you sticker makers. We're going to come here to the scale button. We're going to go over here to tile array. And look what we can do. you can just add whatever will fit on this page. Then we click apply, and that's how many you'll have. It will cut them out. You don't have to copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste all the rows. You just can click tile array and how many things you would like on your page. It's pretty cool. Isn't that so cool? So to recap, let me show you my 10 things that I think are really cool. Obviously, there's other things that are cool also, but I just couldn't go into everything. My 10 things, I had to write some notes, but the new custom shapes, all the 4 eraser, knife, slice tools, the text to arc, the text to path, the punch out or remove front tool. You might see it both ways on your software. I think they might be changing the name of that. So you might see punch out, you might see remove front, either one, they're the same. And the cone warp tool and the tile array. So those are my 10 things. I think they're amazing. I'll be back here showing you some more features of the software coming up soon. But I'd love to know what you think. If you've used the software, do you like it? What do you think you wish it had? I think one of the cool things with Caesar is that they've been paying attention to what their users really want. And I'm actually in the beta testing group. So we're reporting back what you say you want, and then they're making changes. Because when the software first came out, it was pretty limited with what you can do. But now you can really design. So I'm just happy, really happy with it. And I know I'm going to be using it much more than I was in the past, because before I was just kind of importing files and then cutting them out. But now I can design, so I'm very excited. So if you like this video, you learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn those notifications so that you don't miss anything crafty, because I'm here every week talking about something crafty or DIY. I never know, I figure it out each week, but I'm here. I really appreciate you being here and supporting my channel. It means so, so much to me. And I will be back next week. And until then, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.